The heart is an incredible organ that works nonstop every second of every day, delivering blood and oxygen to every cell in the body. But when sudden cardiac arrest occurs, the heart suddenly and unexpectedly stops beating effectively, and blood flow comes to a halt. Without immediate intervention, the brain, vital organs, and the heart itself begin to die. Starting CPR is the person's only chance of survival. Brain damage can begin within 4 minutes, and after 10 minutes, the damage becomes irreversible. The power to save a life is truly in your hands. Performing CPR accomplishes 2 critical goals. First, chest compressions move oxygen-rich blood to the brain, helping to keep it alive. Second, compressions keep blood and oxygen circulating to the heart muscle itself, giving it the best chance to return to a normal electrical rhythm after a shock is delivered. When you begin compressions, you are creating an artificial pump and manually doing the work of the heart. With each strong, effective compression, pressure builds in the system, moving blood through the heart and up to the brain. It takes time to build this pressure, which is why it is essential to push hard and push fast to keep blood flowing to the brain. Pushing down at least 2 inches allows the heart to be compressed so blood can be pushed out. A rate of 100 to 120 compressions per minute is necessary to maintain circulation. When hands are removed from the chest, blood flow to the brain stops. That is why when giving breaths or switching rescuers, it is critical to minimize any interruptions in compressions. If compressions are not deep enough, blood will not reach the brain. The same is true if compressions are too slow. If compressions are too fast, the heart does not have enough time to refill with blood and less blood is pumped out. If the chest is not allowed to fully recoil, the heart cannot refill and blood flow stops. Remember, the purpose of chest compressions is to keep oxygenated blood moving through the heart and to the brain to keep the brain alive. Push hard and push fast in the center of the chest. If ribs break, that is okay. What is not okay is allowing the brain to die from lack of oxygen. You are their only hope. Do the best you can and do not give up until medical help arrives or an AED is available. You can do it. Welcome to AQL. Transform your text into high-quality speech in seconds. Just type your script here and click Generate to get started. An automated external defibrillator, or AED, is another critical tool that can dramatically increase a person's chance of survival during sudden cardiac arrest. Cardiac arrest is often caused by a dangerous heart rhythm that prevents the heart from pumping blood effectively. An AED is designed to recognize these abnormal rhythms and deliver a shock if needed to help restore a normal heartbeat. AEDs are safe, easy to use, and designed for anyone, even with no medical training. Once the AED is turned on, it gives clear voice instructions that guide you through every step. While the AED is being prepared, CPR should continue without delay to keep blood flowing to the brain and heart. When the pads are placed on the person's bare chest, the AED will analyze the heart rhythm. It is important that no one touches the person during this analysis so the device can read the rhythm accurately. If a shock is advised, the AED will instruct you to ensure everyone is clear before delivering the shock. The shock momentarily stops the heart's electrical activity, giving it the opportunity to restart in a normal rhythm. Immediately after the shock, CPR must be resumed to help circulate oxygenated blood and support the heart as it attempts to recover. Even if a shock is not advised, CPR remains essential because the heart and brain still depend on continuous blood flow. Every minute without CPR and defibrillation significantly reduces the chance of survival. Early CPR and early use of an AED together create the strongest chain of survival, buying time until advanced medical care arrives. Staying calm, following instructions, and continuing care without interruption can mean the difference between life and death. Your actions matter, and your willingness to step in can save a life. Recognizing sudden cardiac arrest quickly is just as important as knowing how to respond. Cardiac arrest often occurs without warning and may look different from a heart attack. A person in cardiac arrest will suddenly collapse, become unresponsive, and stop breathing normally. They may gasp or make irregular sounds, but these are not signs of effective breathing. If a person does not respond when you tap them and shout, and they are not breathing or only gasping, cardiac arrest should be assumed. Time is critical, and hesitation can cost a life. The first step is to activate emergency medical services by calling for help or instructing someone nearby to call emergency services immediately. If you are alone, call emergency services yourself and put the phone on speaker so you can begin care without delay. Early activation ensures that professional help is on the way while life-saving actions are started. After calling for help, begin chest compressions immediately. Do not wait to confirm a pulse, as delays reduce survival chances. If an AED is available, send someone to retrieve it as quickly as possible while CPR continues. If you are alone and an AED is nearby, retrieve it if it can be done quickly and safely. Every second without blood flow to the brain increases the risk of permanent damage. Rapid recognition, immediate action, and early CPR form the foundation of survival. By acting quickly and confidently, you can keep vital organs alive until advanced medical care arrives. Your awareness and willingness to respond can turn a bystander into a lifesaver.